The mind, in its infinite complexity, often plays tricks on us, especially after a period of hardship. It constructs elaborate narratives of impossibility, whispers insidious doubts into the quiet corners of our consciousness. It tells us we need to be whole again, perfectly healed, utterly complete, before we can even think about moving forward. This is the grand illusion, the most insidious trap. It's the voice that says, "You're broken. Wait until you're fixed." But healing isn't a destination, it's a journey. And that journey, like all journeys, begins with a single step, however small. We don't wait for the storm to pass to mend the sails. We begin mending them during the storm, or in its immediate aftermath, even if it's just one stitch at a time. The very act of beginning, of taking that small, intentional step, sends a powerful signal to your subconscious. It's a declaration of defiance against despair, a quiet act of courage that says, "I am still here. I am still capable. I am still worthy." This tiny act of volition, this sacred nudge forward, begins to rewire your brain. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, shifting from a state of paralysis to one of subtle, burgeoning momentum. Imagine the incredible power of simply deciding to try, not to achieve perfection, not to conquer the world, but simply to engage with the process, to pick up one piece of the shattered blueprint, to speak one word of hope into the silence, to make one small choice that aligns with a future you envision, no matter how distant or hazy that vision may be. This isn't about ignoring the pain or the magnitude of your loss. It's about acknowledging that even within that pain, within that immense challenge, there remains a fundamental capacity for forward motion. It's about recognizing that the greatest breakthroughs often begin with a willingness to simply show up, even when everything within you screams to retreat. The internal dialogue that paralyzes us, the relentless loop of "I can't," can only be broken by a counter-narrative of "I will," and that counter-narrative doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. It can be whispered, felt in the subtle shift of your posture, embedded in the very first small action you take.